Hello, Internet. I'm Matt Haas. I have been 5 days into my prescription drug regimen due to the severe illness I've had, and I'm feeling better. Therefore, I canceled all my plans this weekend and focused on crushing my to-do list. And my to-do list was a mile long, and almost everything got done. And some new things got added to it along the way. It's kind of crazy. So I have a lot of fun things to update you on. I have been creative. I'm excited about a few awesome things that are going on. So I am about to break it all down for you, as my friend Tallboy usually says. Let's break it down, he says. See who's popping in here quick. Hugh Demand, good morning, sir. Sounding good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not out of the woods yet, although this medicine is doing a lot of good, which one of the side effects is to more easily fall into fits of rage, which hasn't affected me. But now I have an excuse. If I fly off the handle, I'm like, oh, well, it's the drugs. I am feeling better. Little dizzy still. That hasn't totally cleared up yet. Starting to be a little bit concerning, but I'm sure it will. Thank you, good sir. And congrats on the half marathon. My man was running a marathon on the West Coast. Kind of crazy. Oregon, I believe. Thank you, Mr. Tom Spillane. Yay! Floyd Fernandez is here. Happy October from Colorado. Happy October to you. It's the 2nd today. All right. I kind of overextended myself a little bit because I did a lot of property maintenance. I weed whacked, mowed, sprayed for weeds, and repaired the bird damage on my neighbor's property. So I got all that done. I took out my dying pumpkin plant since I harvested the 4 pumpkins it gave me, and it was starting to, kind of wither away. So got that all thrown out. Fun. Speaking of property, now, write in the comments how you think I reacted to this, because this is the first for me. As you know, I went out of town for a week, and then I was sick after that for a week and a half or so. Blah, blah, blah. The lawn went a long time without me mowing it, and my grass got long. It got embarrassingly long. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like township violation fine long, but it was longer than it normally should have been. And we got a lot of rain too. So my neighbor and I were talking about a little project he was going to do, burying a rain spout that goes kind of on both of our properties. I was like, yeah, do it, whatever you need to do. So he started working on that. But in order to make his job easier, he mowed and weed whacked part of my property. And you know how I feel about having spectacular grass, let alone someone touching my prized possession. You think I went off on? No, of course I didn't. He's a professional. His dad used to mow my lawn in the old house that I had. I'm like, look, Rich, it's all good. He's like, I figured you'd either tell me to stop or I was just going to keep going. I was like, don't worry about it. And I told him I was out of town, I was sick, and he knows I take good care of the property because some of the neighbors around us don't. And he commented on that. He's like, no, it's all good. That was fun. I didn't know what you would think, how I would react about that. David W. Ryan is back. Hey. Wow, that's a lot. Are you starting a weed whacking channel next? Those are very popular on YouTube, Floyd. Very popular. But no, I don't think I'll do that. The to-do list continues. I'm just scratching the surface. I got other fun things to talk to you about. So I had some hanging ferns, and around this time of year, they start to die off because they kind of like it warm. So on the front porch, so threw those out. All the plants that I planted some corn, which really didn't go. I planted some mini tomatoes and my teddy bear sunflowers. All of those were ready to go. And my wife's like, look, you cannot save that dirt. Because I would grow a plant in a pot, throw out the plant, put another plant in. He's like, the soil is all depleted. throw out the trash, throw it in the trash. Well, rather than doing that, I sprinkled the soil onto my lawn because I did some construction work back there, and it started to settle in this like path that I dug out with a backhoe. I know, it's kind of crazy. You know, you can rent a backhoe. All you need is a credit card and a driver's license. Like, here's a 5,000-pound piece of equipment you can do whatever you want with, with no training or expertise. Found that out. That was fun. But anyway, I did that 7 years ago, and, you know, it starts to sink. Anyway, so kind of filled that in. Don't want to waste it. Don't want to throw it out. Like, put it on the ground. It needs filled in. And I also installed, check it out. Oh, that's my son playing with my puppy. She almost went home with him. He was giving her so many lovies. Do these look familiar? Da-da-da, da-da-da. This is my son's house, apartment. So he took two of my, I gave him two of my decorations, and he's got these skeleton hands here and the bats going up. I think that's really nice. And here are the other 6 bags I have on my property. So I installed these. I tethered them to the post here so they can't blow over. And here they are at nighttime, all lit up, which I think is nice. But I realized this little lit up watering can with the sparkly watering lights kind of clashes with the Halloween theme. So I got all of that good to go. So decorated the house, took down the flagpole, took down the spotlights for the flagpole. I'm busy, man. I was moving and shaking. Horticulture and turf management stops for no one. I know, right? I would have been scared to mow another man's lawn. I think it would go better to shave the pits before their lawn. You are a very understanding man, sir. So I just so you know, I hesitated on the word very because I have a histogram in the way on this little monitor thing here. I can read. I really can read. I just have equipment with weird objects in front of the screen. But yeah, no. Similarly, I did some rain spout burying in my neighbor's yard. So I talked to my neighbor. I told him what I wanted to do. I said I would do it for free. I told him it would increase the property value of his house if he got the rainwater away from his foundation. And he said I could do it. And I kept him up to date with the plans and all that stuff. And when I went to go do it, his lawn was really tall. I'm like, this would go easier. I had 9 of my friends come over with shovels, and we banged it all out. It would go easier if his grass was shorter. I'm like, I'm not going to ask him. I mowed his grass, his whole lawn, front and back, mowed it. And I did the same thing. I'm like, he's either going to tell me to stop or not. So I did do that to my other neighbor once. But we had like a prearranged, he knew what I was going to be doing on his property. But I didn't talk about mowing, but I ended up doing it one time. Tall boy is back in the house. He says, morning. Good morning to you, my friend. We taking care of our neighbors. Clap, clap, clap. Heck yeah, we are. You know, that's part of my life advice is to get in good with your neighbors. Because if you have contentious attitudes with your neighbors, your quality of life will go down so much. Because they're always there. They're always, every time you walk outside, you don't want that in your life. My father, unfortunately, through no fault of his own, had issues with 2 of our neighbors pretty much my entire childhood. And it was nasty. So, yeah. The previous owners that were right next to me, right, literal next door neighbors, week number 2 were in the house. Knock, knock, knock. And there's this young Indian gentleman comes over. It says, hi. Says, what was his name? Shiva. His name was Shiva. He introduced himself, says where he lives. He says, listen, in 2 weeks, we're having a party over at my house. It's not just a party, it's a wedding. And since we're following traditional Indian, tradition, it's going to go for an entire week. And he said, here's a paper with my name and my number. If things get too loud, just call us and we'll deal with it rather than calling the authorities. I'm like, you're not going to hear a peep out of me. You be as loud as you want. Congratulations on the and it was actually him that was getting married. Congratulations on the upcoming nuptials. And I was like, have a blast. You won't hear a peep. You cannot be too loud. That's the kind of thing you want to do with your neighbors, because you don't want to start off. Don't do what you can to be getting good with your neighbors. Your quality of life will increase. This is usually the part of the year where I say I want to move to Portland. Now more than ever, the vibe here is growing in the right place. Cool. Yeah, my new neighbor plays loud music and smokes that comes through the vents. Oh, how do you say, hey, it's 6:30 a.m. She is female? Well, tall boy, I don't have all the answers, but I don't know. I would figure that out for sure. Although I'm sorry, I don't have any immediate advice for you. If something comes to mind, I will let you know. Just tact, kindness, urgency, compliment them, traditional communication stuff. Chinese and Japanese gardens on the docket for today. Oh, cool. I'm not talking about the cigarettes. Okay. Yeah. I used to live in an apartment, and the guy underneath me smoked cigars, and played the bass guitar. And if you know anything about sound waves, you can't stop bass. It's non-directional. It penetrates everything. I even had the management come over when he was playing so she could hear the bass, and they wouldn't do anything. I noped out of there. Yeah. Compliments at 6:30. Oh my goodness. I also started playing my piano. I got in my practice regiment for this week. I wasn't able to do it the week that I was away. So the application I use on that iPad, I don't know if you can tell that's an iPad. It tracks you, how much you play. And it's like, naughty, you didn't play enough. So that was, 2 weeks ago. But this week I didn't have that little nasty gram. And not one cigar in 1,100 plus days. Sweet. Yeah. Finally, I went to Costco, which usually isn't a newsworthy snippet to pass along, but this time was different because the wife went with me. So my wife and I both went to Costco, and she's looking for new foods she can have based on a diet of hers that is changing. So, and she's pointed out a couple things I usually just kind of blow past. And she goes, no, that's real good. No, that's real good. No, that's real good. So now I got a couple new items that she pointed me to that we can try. So that was fun. And the thing about it is when you go with your wife, the price tag went up a little bit. It's because we bought 2 pounds of scallops. I don't know about you. I could eat a bucket of scallops. I don't think I would stop. If there was an unlimited amount of scallops in front of me, I probably would not stop shoving them in my face. And 2 pounds of scallops is expensive. Even at the reduced Costco price, it was over $35. $35. And we also like the mahi-mahi, which is really good. That's now up to like $26 for... Now, it's big box store portions, but still, like, holy cow. Things are getting expensive. And I spent a lot of my weekend doing my full-time job. I have this big presentation at the end of the day today, toward, late in the afternoon. Oh, I am so ready to crush this demonstration and train. I'm doing a training session. I'm leading a training session. And I think I'm just going to nail it. I'm going to nail it. Scallops are amazing. Pam loves them too. Let's go out for scallops. You, me, Tracy, and Pam will go out for scallops. And we'll make it happen. If you're into it, Mr. John Venturini. I need your assistance, Matt. Beyonce is killing me. I just purchased a AAA movie ticket and they are no good. What? Get on the phone with Beyonce. Beyonce@gmail.com or send her an email message. Hope that gets resolved, tall boy. John says, and yeah, we celebrated the Portland finish at Fogo yesterday. Sweet. Beyonce is coming to theaters. Oh, and tickets are $53 USD. What do I do? So they're no good. So AAA movie ticket. What's a AAA movie ticket? They're no good. Did you buy it through the AAA corporation? That does the roadside assistance, or are they just AAA tier level 1 tickets? Complain to who you bought them from. If not, bring out the heavy guns. Get your lawyer involved. My lawyer is young, Italian, and he would push a grandmother down the steps if he could get away with it and meant he would win a case. So, no, I'm just kidding. Better Business Bureau. I don't know. File a fraud with your credit card. Do all the normal things. Oh, big one from Floyd. Tall boy. Do these things that would totally help her out, but something that puts you completely out of your effort. Once she asks you why you're doing it, tell you're trying to butter her up. That goes on. And then ask what you need to do, what you need her to stop doing. Oh, this is for the neighbor. Yeah. And then work out what you can continue to do. And you keep it's just, you got to be relatable, put it in her shoes. Like, well, what if I did this? And what if I, try and paint the picture of the actions, the results of her actions. Incredible sushi and kimchi fried rice at departure Saturday. Sweet. Yeah, I tried to go through AAA to save money, but they're saying no discount tickets. Tammy's birthday is Friday. Is a diehard fan. Okay. Well, it's odd that they would actually release you a ticket that's not valid. I mean, obviously the show's not. Yeah, how do you know it's not valid? What if you go to the theater and present it? I guess you know. Why would you be saying it if you didn't know for sure? But I just was wondering about that. And yes, the best meal I ever ate, a la pigeon on Thursday. Pigeon. You're going on and on. How long have I been going today? 18 minutes. Oh my goodness. This is the longest What's Going On with Matt Haas show on the Awesome Fun Things channel I've ever done. Better drop off. Please drop me a big old like for getting things done. Now I'm going to rest and kick butt at work today. I love you all. And stay awesome. I'll have more fun things for you. I didn't even talk about. I got one more fun thing to talk about. I bought a new accessory to my laser engraver, which I'm really excited about. And I got a new technique to help assembly be better. I'll talk about that tomorrow. Really excited about some tools for more creative stuff that's happening. All right, gotta go. I already bought her a ticket in Barcelona to see Beyonce. This is too much. Okay, gotcha. Tall boy, if I come up with anything else, I'll let you know, my man. All right, love you all. Bye.